All right, welcome to episode 15 of the Bozos and Buckets podcast.
Hello.
I'm wearing a hat because Simon decided to wear his god-awful Clippers hat, so...
And jersey. I'm looking
And
good.
jersey.
I'm looking good as fuck
Okay,
today,
yeah, no,
Shaye. I don't know what to tell you.
I got LeBron on. And I don't have a Lakers hat, so the Dodgers hat will suffice.
Shaye! You froze! You froze!
I froze?
Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back.
It's the ice. It's the ice on my neck,
Shut up.
obviously.
Shut up. I say shut up.
Simon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed at around like 4:40 a.m. last night. I was on a bit of a bender. I was on Xbox with three of my friends till that late. We kept convincing each other to keep playing for whatever stupid reason. I don't remember really. But we were getting some dubs on Fort, and yeah, still playing Fort to this day. But yeah,
I still play for it. Me and my girlfriend's brother. Shout out Christian.
Christian,
best Fortnite duo.
Yes, sir. I don't know about that second, probably to like me and one of my boys, but it's all good.
We've reached a new low on this podcast arguing about Fortnite, so let's get into the question of the day.
I was about to say, what is it?
Okay. So, who is your? This could be multiple, so you don't have to keep it just one. Your favorite non-basketball athletes of all time?
Just all. You could go across so many sports.
Give me
I don't know.
I don't know if you have multiple.
Well,
give me like two each.
Obviously, for soccer, I like Messi. Messi, obviously, I think he's the GOAT. But I have learned to appreciate Ronaldo so much more, and I think after he left Real Madrid, because it was always like a hatred, but he's such a good player. Like, it's so nice. I wish I appreciated him more while he was at Madrid, because that was his peak. But like, both of them are so good. It's so like amazing to watch them. Football, I don't really watch football.
Right.
Baseball, I don't really watch baseball. Although I really like the pitcher on the Angels, Ohtani. I think it's crazy how he's such a good like batter and pitcher. You know, like you don't see that. Did he lead home runs last season? Something like that. He was MVP. I'm pretty sure for whatever division he plays in. He's good. He's sick, and he's. I don't know how the team was just on a 12-game losing streak. I don't know how that happens. Especially they have Mike Trout too, arguably one of the best players of all time.
Right?
I don't know, man. Golf, I don't know. It's a Tiger, I guess. I don't know. I like watching him play with his son. I think it's crazy how good his son is at such a young age. What other sports? Hockey? My Rangers, man. Adam Fox.
Shout out Igor.
Zibanejad. Those are my guys, bro.
Shout out Igor.
Shesterkin.
I don't know how to say it. I just know him by Igor.
Shesterkin. Straight out of Moscow, Russia. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Hey, he's a good goalie. We're going to run it back next year. Bro, we had 5 players. 5 players under 21. Playing. Actively playing.
Nice.
I know. That's good. Young Grizzlies on them. I know. So. But that's it for my selections. UFC. Connor, obviously you can't go wrong with him. And I like Israel Adesanya. Those are my 2 guys.
Adesanya. You should talk to Matt about that because he hates Adesanya.
I know. He's always hitting on him. He hates on all my fighters. Him and Sean O'Malley. I love Sean O'Malley. And that was always saying, oh, he's unranked. Oh, this, that. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah.
Those are good picks.
Those are my guys. Thank you. What about yourself?
Soccer, so obviously Messi and Ronaldo. You can't say soccer. I mean, those are probably the 2 GOATs. Throwing it back though, 2 of my favorite.
What do you mean?
2 of my favorite all times though are Thierry Henry, the Arsenal striker.
Yeah.
And
Barca striker.
Also a Barca striker, but his prime was Arsenal. And Ronaldinho. Those are my for soccer. Baseball, I like Mookie Betts, obviously. Ken Griffey Jr. is like one of my
Mookie Betts is like a super athlete, bro. I see him doing other sports, and he's like hella good. I think it was a clip of him bowling, just throwing strike after strike after strike. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's goated. Okay, so side story: the bowling alley I live in Simi Valley, unfortunately, and the bowling alley, there's like a little shop, like where there's like a guy that makes like balls, like he could drill holes or like get you whatever ball you want, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's actually friends with Mookie.
Wait, you have your own ball and stuff?
I do have my own ball.
You bowl, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So he's friends with Mookie, and he's like, yeah,
Oh,
Mookie
well,
like wins like tournaments, dude. Like Mookie has like a side hustle, just like winning bowling tournaments.
I mean, think about it, bro. You're not supposed to do like much as a baseball player, and the only thing like you're just working your arm a little more, if anything. So it's kind of perfect.
Yeah, that definitely. So I mean, that's a cool side story. He's friends with Mookie Betts.
That's
Ken
what's up.
Griffey Jr., another one.
Mm.
That's an old guy. Let's see, football. That one's tough, but
Wait, that guy Ken Griffey, you said, is that the guy who played with his dad?
yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. played with Ken Griffey Sr. and they
They're on the
both hit.
same team, right?
Yeah, they hit like a home run like back to back, and I thought I was like, that's sick.
In one game, both of them?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's actually so sick.
that's
Must be
why.
a sick ass moment to experience.
Yeah, man. And
What
then
other
okay,
sports for you?
football. Oh,
Uh,
football's a tough one. But shout out Peyton Manning because I met him. Um, he was cool.
did you see that clip of Tom Brady trolling him when they had like the camera up here to his face and they're like, yeah, it's the Peyton Manning angle? Oh, that shit had me dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess Peyton. I really liked Randy Moss growing up. Um, there's just like a lot of football players that are good, but I won't spend too much time on football.
Okay.
UFC. Shout out. George St. Pierre, old timer. Um, I'm just doing like a bunch of
That's
old
a
people,
solid pick. Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
hockey
Because
I
you're
only
old, so.
hockey I only know Ovechkin, so shout out Ovechkin.
You know
Yeah. So,
Gretzky, man?
oh yeah, Gretzky, yeah Gretzky, but I never watched Gretzky like play. The only person I've really seen play
Yeah,
is
no,
like
no. Old head.
I
But
don't know
you?
why it's popped in my head. TJ Oshie, is that a hockey player?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
okay,
honest with you.
but I don't know.
There's a
I
guy on
was
the Lightning, Kucherov.
Uh-huh.
That dude scored 2 goals yesterday. They were down 3-1, and he scored 2 goals to force OT. Sure, they lost, but still.
Yeah.
It was
Are
a
you
clutch.
are you happy? Are you rooting for Colorado?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a Colorado sweep, to be honest, because I don't know how we fumbled against the Lightning, bro. We were 2-0 and we lost 4 games in a row. No response.
Yeah.
But whatever. Let's get into some fucking basketball shit.
Oh yeah, shout out
I'm sure
Odell,
you-
football. Odell.
Oh, football, Odell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odell's
Um,
cost me a lot of headaches. Started
I
off as a
bet.
Giants fan, then went to a Browns fan. Now I'm trying to get accepted into the Rams fans, but I'm getting called a bandwagon.
He might not stay, so I wouldn't commit. I wouldn't commit yet.
I think he'll stay. Like how Zach LaVine said he's gonna stay with the Bulls. Perfect transition, beautiful. We're back on basketball. Zach
Cap.
LaVine, like I said, staying on the Bulls. Should not go to the Lakers. Not good for him. That's not me, right?
Yeah. No, you're good. So what's crazy is speaking of like new faces, new places. Christian Wood is now a part of the Dallas Mavericks.
What do you think about it? How do you feel?
I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, I don't know why our chat was hating on it so much. I like it a lot. I mean, they don't have like bigs that I feel like are intimidating or like on top of that just like tough looking. Like what's his name? Powell. Powell looks like such a softie, bro. I don't know. Obviously he's big, but like he just doesn't have that like man demeanor. Like yeah, I'm gonna dominate in this paint. Like this is mine. So I think it's good that they got him.
Yeah, I think it's good for both sides because obviously the Rockets he wasn't going to stay. So rather than just letting him walk, I mean, you get a decent package for him. I mean, people
Yeah,
are like,
four
"Oh,
players in a pick.
right?" And he's on a 1-year contract.
Although the players that he got
So-
are kind of mid. It was
Boban,
Boban Marjanovic, the 26th pick. Was it Trey Burke?
Trey Burke,
then-
Marquise Chris, and
Marquise Chris.
Sterling Brown.
I don't know who Sterling Brown is, but
He used to play for the
others,
Bucks, but he's alright.
Marquise Chris, I feel like had potential, but he fell off very early in his career.
Yeah,
And he had
definitely.
what is it? He's like a heated guy. He loses his cool too much. Even with the Mavs, didn't he lose his cool one time when he was on the Warriors against Luka? They had like a whole like face off. I remember that shit. I'll send you the clip later if you don't remember.
Yeah, I think I remember, but yeah, definitely send me the clip because I mean I want to see it again anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Boban
I mean,
does nothing, bro. He gets like 1 minute, 2 minutes in the regular season. Trey Burke, Chris,
Boban's
like
a
another
good locker
big.
room guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro. He just usually pairs up with the star pretty well, like Luca, Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris
I
is
don't
a
know.
star?
Yeah, bro, he's on a fucking max contract. He's playing like ass these last 2 seasons, but
No,
when he
he's
was on
good.
the Clippers, he was a 20 and 10 guy easily. Never a 1, he's a 2 for sure.
He popped off in Orlando too. Is when I think it was once he got to Philly when he was just
Yeah.
But
Exactly, because he had to accommodate to being the 3. You know, it's not easy switching that off. Because Simmons obviously was the 2.
definitely. But yeah, I mean, I think it's good for both sides. I really don't think there's a loser here.
Yeah.
So
If anything, I think the Rockets might have lost a little bit on that, but they get a draft pick, so it's okay, I guess. And they could always move those players too to get another good guy. I think they just have to build. Who the fuck wants to go to Houston when they have actually hella guards? No,
guards, yeah,
John Wall, Jalen Green, and the new guy KPJ.
KPJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Trey Burke's another guard, but they'll probably, like you said, they'll probably flip him. But if you're the Rockets, if you're the Rockets, what are you really losing? Because Christian Wood's on a 1-year contract. He obviously was not going to re-sign with you guys, so trade him. And what are you
get some value out of him?
What are you going to make the playoffs next year with that team? No way. So
no,
they lost nothing. So
I mean, what do the Rockets need to do now that they have this?
Just hope that Jalen Green turns out to be like a superstar, and then like build a actual like good team around him. Because like
I feel like he's not though.
It's too early to tell for me. Because here's the thing though. Because like I don't know if like Kobe in his first 2 seasons, you would have never guessed Kobe would have been what he was in his first 2 seasons in the league. Because the coach didn't really play him, but like he was a little wild. He was like. So I see Kobe tendencies, and I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Kobe or even remotely close to Kobe, but Jalen Green has Kobe tendencies where he's not afraid to shoot and he's aggressive on offense.
And who would you compare him to as a guy who's like good and made it? How do you think his career will turn out?
If he can reach like a Bradley Beal level of play, I would consider that a success. So, I don't know who you think of him, but
I think that's good. That's a good comparison. I agree with it. I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope he does do a Bradley Beal like you said, and not like a Colin Sexton where your team doesn't want you because you keep shooting and you don't pass. Because then your efficiency is not great, and you focus on numbers instead of winning the numbers that matter, which are games.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it could only go up. Let's see if the Mavs maybe.
They really can only go up. They really can.
Yeah, and then on the Mavs side, I mean, if they can get away with just poor defense and just score a ton, then we'll see. But if you let's say the Mavs miraculously make the finals with this team, and you run into a team like I don't know, let's say any one of Boston, Miami, or Milwaukee or something that has a really really good defense,
I'd be scared of playing Milwaukee. I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be tough because they have really good defense, and defense obviously wins championships. So,
speaking of championships, did you see Drake won his basketball league back to back, where the starting odds for his championship team were minus 100,000? So if you bet $100,000, you would have made $1.
Correct, because it's his own league, so he's gonna have the best team.
Did you hear what he said though? Did you hear what he said?
Oh yeah, he's like, I felt like Kobe in games.
That's why I thought of it when you said Kobe. Yeah.
He's like, my shot wasn't
If the shot's not falling, you gotta play defense. You gotta lock the fuck up. Bro, what? Why are you popping champagne? There's three men here and your child. But whatever. Let him have his fun, bro. He has his own fucking court. Yeah, literally.
Hey, you know what,
man? Even hate, bro. I would do the same thing.
Create the life you want to live in. Exactly. That's his game 7. Let him have his game 7.
Gets on his jet, just does a little lap, like he just landed.
Victory lap.
He literally can do that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Victory lap. We're going to Maldives for a night just to fucking celebrate this goofy ass
buy a parade bus just to go around his fucking 1,000 acres property, bro. God damn.
They're going to the south of France just for a night just to fucking celebrate that
Crazy.
shit.
Crazy.
That's wild. Okay, so did you want to talk about Game 5?
Yeah, we haven't spoken on it, right?
We have not spoken on it yet. So
Cool. What are oh, here, quick recap. Obviously, Warriors won in the fourth quarter, pretty much. What was it, 10 points?
10 points.
Something like that.
104-94.
104-94. It was not what I wanted to see. Definitely what Shaye wanted to see. It was a close game, really close game, but we'll dive down into it more. What do you think were some of the biggest takeaways of this game?
Andrew Wiggins is a dog. I've been saying this the entire series on this podcast that he's going to be like the X factor for this team, and he has been. My man's is a horse on the boards. 16 rebounds in game 4, and then you're telling me he pulls around and grabs 13 boards in game 5? Horse. And efficient shooting. I think he dropped like 20 points in game 4, and then he dropped 26 in game 5. He's just been. I mean, obviously Steph scored 43 in game 4, and I understand like Steph's importance, but I don't think that the Warriors have a chance in this series if it's not for Wiggins' all-around contribution, because he has. Hold on, like we were talking about this with one of our friends, Julian, and I pointed out, so Wiggins has locked down Tatum, 13 plus boards in back-to-back games, efficient scoring all series, and he's had at least one steal and or a block in every single game this series.
I think, yeah, he's kept them to 5 of 15 shooting. He's been doing a really good job. Two-way, greatest two-way player this postseason has seen, I think. What do you think that the Celtics did well? We'll obviously talk about what they didn't do well because they fucking lost, but let's start positive before we criticize.
A positive would be it's kind of tough because like it wasn't like a great game for them because they scored under 100, but Tatum still got 27, Marcus Smart got 20. How
many of those were free throws though for Tatum? Let me check.
Yeah, I would definitely check.
Because he's been getting to the line a lot.
But I thought Celtics played good defense though, because the Warriors were 9 of 40 from 3, and it was just, I don't know, like they played good, like they guarded them well, but it's really hard. I guess Celtics rebounded the ball better. I mean, I guess that would be a positive. 47 rebounds to the Warriors 39. But I have a lot more to say about the Warriors. So if you want to take like more about the Celtics, go ahead.
Absolutely. Give me 1 sec to switch over to the Celtics numbers.
Yeah, but I just thought it was. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Why did the Celtics lose, Shaye? Why do you think? Just real quick before I get into my point.
Turnovers.
Perfect, thank you. Couldn't have said it better. 18 turnovers. 18 turnovers. The last time they did that was game 2 when they lost by 19. It's been not bad of a loss. They lost by 10, obviously, same as the game before that. But both games, they have been in the game. They were down 16 last game, and they went on a 17 run, went up by 1. And held the lead for a bit. And the lead switched 3-4 times before the Warriors went crazy. And you cannot lose the game if the greatest shooter of all time is 0 for 9 from 3. That cannot happen.
Yeah.
There is no way.
Going back to that real quick about Curry going 0 for 9, snapped, like, I forget how many games, but like it was like
since
his first
2018,
game
bro. Since 2018.
Without a 3.
It was insane. I saw that. There's just no way that you... Obviously, Wiggins had a good game. Clay had a good game. Who was it? Looney? Remember what I told you about foul trouble? They put 3 personal fouls on Kevon Looney in the first quarter. Kept him out until the third quarter, I believe. Draymond fouled out. Again, third time this playoffs. Or this final series. The issue is, it was too late. I think there was only 5 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Obviously, that's good if you're down 4 points, not 8, 10, 12, you know? Because at that point, any player can come in and play good defense for 5 minutes. But if you want somebody to do it the whole game to get under another team's skin, you got to do more. I don't know. You got to do more to get those hot heads out, force a tech, force a double tech, and then just piss them off, bro. You got to play mental games. That's what the Warriors are playing. Yeah. They're so nonchalant, and they're doing it with such ease, and the Celtics are just letting them. So I think they have to... What's up?
Go ahead. No, finish.
I was just going to say they have to focus on the mind game a little more, reduce the turnovers, and get some switches on their fucking stars, man. Get Wiggins off of them, bro. Please set screens. Please do something. It's just got to work. I don't know. Put him on Curry. Curry struggles against Brown and Tatum. Put Brown on Draymond, bro. Draymond has not figured out how to guard Brown. He just does a fucking block from behind every now and then because he's getting triple teamed. Like, it's not impressive. But I think that's what the Celtics need.
So what do you think their biggest a positive from Game 5 that they can take into Game 6?
They did not lose confidence when shooting the ball because they went 0 for 12, I believe, before they went 8 for 8. Like, literally right after. Once they made their first one, they didn't miss the next 7 after. So it's very good that they kept their confidence because I think early in the rounds or maybe a Game 1 or Game 2, they would have stopped shooting threes and they would have tried focusing on driving in, which obviously is cool. You can drive in if it's open, but you shouldn't force that. I feel like they still force it a little too much, especially when they have like 15, 14 on the shot clock. And there's no real rush. There's no reason to get points. Maybe they're down 2, down 4. This isn't even fourth quarter. It's like the third quarter. They just can't get frustrated. But don't lose confidence when you're shooting. I think they're doing a better job of that slowly.
Yeah, I agree. And starting 0-12 from 3 and then to have the finish that they had. I mean, they finished 11 of 32 from 3, which is a lot better than the pace that they were going at. So.
Better than a third, yeah.
But
they're destined to go 0%.
Yeah. One thing too, 67% from the line from the Celtics. So if they clean that up, that up in Game 6, they have a lot better chance. They're a team that averages almost 80. Yeah. So that's really bad for them. But what's crazy too, the fouls. So I'm just gonna run down a list of stats real quick. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. So personal fouls: Warriors 28, Celtics 16. Celtics did not capitalize on that foul difference. 2 points in the paint.
They did miss a shit ton of free throws. Going back to what you said, now that I think about it, so many.
Yeah, so the Celtics could not capitalize on that.
Doubles too. There's no way you should miss 2 at the free throw line in a row.
Exactly. Points in the paint. Warriors had 50, Celtics had 36. There's no excuse for the Celtics not to have more points in the paint because they have the better backcourt. Horford, Williams, and
where was
Rob
Horford?
Williams.
Where was Horford?
Non-existent.
Right.
And then turnovers, obviously 18 for the Celtics, 6 for the Warriors. For a team that averages a lot of turnovers, to keep the Warriors six turnovers when they're like notorious for going 10 plus, horrible on the Celtics end. Warriors had 9 steals versus the Celtics 2, so that's obviously points off turnovers in the favor of the Warriors. Warriors had more assists than the Celtics, and then that might not be a big deal, but for a team like the Celtics where they can fall into a trap of playing too much iso ball, it's not good. Like, ball movement doesn't seem like natural to that team. Like, it seems like it's forced when it happens versus a team like Golden State where the ball movement seems like it's just ingrained in their culture.
Yeah.
Obviously, we mentioned the free throws. The Warriors shot 22% from three-point line, 9 of 40.
And they won.
And they won by 10. So those are my biggest takeaways, is that the Warriors, generally speaking, played a pretty shitty game and still won by 10. So that means the
Warriors had a bad game, Wiggins had a good game, and that was enough for them to win because the Celtics let it be.
Yeah, both teams did not have a good game, but one player on the Warriors made the difference, and that was Wiggins. Shout out Wigwag. But
literally, shout out. Clean up your beard a little, buddy. You look dust.
No. It's the key. The key is not to keep it up, because I don't know if you remember Jimmy Butler in the bubble finals. Bro looked horrible, but he was balling, and the minute he got a haircut and everything. He played horrible.
I think I did say that. I was like, if I ever am in the finals, bro, like I'm turning off my phone. I'm not caring about hygiene. Like I'm not watching any TV, bro. I'm just sleeping, eating, and balling. That's it. Like, bro, your chance to win a ring, you cannot have any types of distraction. You got to lock in. But since you just finished off numbers, I want to add a couple to that since we did mention Horford slightly. It seemed like offensively, he had a decent game. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. It's good percentages, you know what I mean? It's just not high volume. He doesn't get high volume, but he only scored 9 points. I'm sure he could have scored more. The thing that I don't see that he did well is defense. 2 turnovers, 0 blocks, 0 steals. Minus 19 point differential when he's in. It's been his worst point differential. So I think he did not do a good job defensively just based off the numbers. If I remember back to the game, they were getting eaten a little bit with the pick and rolls when it was his turn. I know mostly it's Robert Williams that handles them instead of him. But he lets like the little guys drive in, step back. Obviously he's a big guy. It's harder to keep track of them. But if you just have your presence on the perimeter and then let them force a drive in, 2 points is better than 3 points. So as long as he keeps forcing that and doesn't have too many offensive stops, just doesn't allow the 3 ball, then I think it's better than nothing. So I think that's what he should improve on. But that's why he should improve, or what he needs to improve on in order to have a bigger impact than he did in Game 5. That's what I'm trying to say.
Great point. And especially with the Celtics being at home for Game 6, it's obviously they're facing elimination. So we'll see if
I think they haven't lost facing elimination, if I'm not mistaken, in these playoffs. Because they won. Oh wait, obviously, then they'd be fucking out. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
No, because they're in this. They've been in this position too. They were down 3-2 to Milwaukee, and they were able to come back. So it's obviously they'd lose if they lose. But what I'm saying is, they didn't give up, which is what that same mentality that they need to keep. Do not give up. You've been here before. I think, played really good teams. If I'm not mistaken, Giannis had a way better star performance than anybody on the Warriors has so far. Better than Wiggins, better than Steph. Like, you beat the worst part of it. Now you're playing a shitty team with one player that's going to go off. So just don't let 2 of them go off. Let Clay go off. Let him score. Going off for Clay is like 22 points. Hold everyone under 20. Maybe allow Steph 25. Draymond should not have however many points he had. He scored too many. I don't know how much he had, but
I think he had like 8.
1 second. Bro,
you
should not be scoring 8 points, bro.
I guessed it. Let's go.
3 of 6, bro. 50% for a guy who cannot shoot outside of the fucking key. Ridiculous.
He can't even shoot in the key. He smokes layups for a living now.
I know. Him and Marcus Smart have that both in common, bro. Marcus Smart layup package looks like a fucking... I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. I can't even think of an like, why are they so strong? Why are they so strong off the glass? Why are they so brute, bro? Like, is it super bouncy fucking glass? No. Like, how long... How much have you finished? Pause. How many layups have you done in your fucking life, bro? You keep overshooting them.
Yeah. It's not a problem for other people, so why is it a problem?
It's not.
Like, LeBron is just as strong as them, if not stronger, and he doesn't smoke layups like that. Like, he actually
just as strong as them. LeBron is way stronger than both those pussies, bro.
I saw a thing earlier though, speaking of Draymond. Before KD came to the Warriors, Draymond was actually decent offensively. But then KD came, and I don't know.
Bro, he was somewhat if you couldn't leave him open on threes, bro. He would shoot like every other one unguarded and cash them. Unguarded. Honestly, with the guard, obviously it's worse.
When KD was there, and then when KD left, I don't know if he has not he just stopped practicing offense.
when KD started training with them, all right, Draymond. So no more shooting practice for you ever. We're just going to have you sit under here and catch all their rebounds. And for everyone that you drop, that's 100 push-ups or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to make one more point once we're done with the KD Dre argument.
Oh, no, make it now. I'm done.
Okay, but another player who did piss fucking poor. Derek White. 1 point. 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 3 assists. You should not have more assists than you have points in a game. That just doesn't make sense. You should not have 1 point in a game.
No.
He didn't even make both free throws. He missed a free throw. That's the only way you can have 1 point.
Yes, sir.
One free throw, singular. And it wasn't even a technical. You don't shoot the technicals. So I don't know what he needs to do. 0 of 3 from 3, 0 of 4 from the field. So one from the field, 3 from threes. And he missed them all. He lost confidence, only played 21 minutes, got kept out of the rotation. So hopefully they put a little more trust in him. He has a good first quarter, feels the momentum the right way. But that's it. I think White and Horford need to both step it up. They did pretty poor for their standards, especially White. Very subpar. He's looking like he did in the other series where we were constantly shitting on him.
Yeah, this is the Miami Heat series, Derek White, that we're seeing. 1.2, Jalen Brown, man, 5 of 18 shooting, 0 of 5 from 3. 8 of his 18 points came from free throws. So he only netted 5 field goals. For somebody who was, I think a lot of people at one point had Brown ahead of Tatum for Finals MVP. If a lot
of people still do. I don't have either of them, to be honest, at this point.
That's a good. So let's say, obviously it would have to change in these 2 games if the Celtics end up winning. Somebody's obviously going to have a great performance for them to swing the Finals MVP vote. But if it's Boston, I think it's up for grabs. It really is.
Williams.
Yeah.
Williams. I think Williams.
I mean, that's a good. He's been the most consistent, for sure.
He's been pressing up on the screens, on the glass. He's blocking floaters from so far away. It's so incredible to see. Averaging 3 blocks a game. Fighting through all these hits, hard landings, knee injuries, and he's just fighting through. He used to take games off, and now he's not. Obviously, this is way more important than all the other series, and he could afford to then. But you're here, and he's showing up. He's not scoring because he doesn't score. He's getting offensive rebounds. He's getting 6 to 8 points, lobs. He's catching lobs, blocking, stealing. He's just dangerous.
Yeah, no, he's
lanky, very good. Very efficient.
Yeah, no, he's my favorite.
Defense wins championships, right?
Boston in the regular season, and I think throughout the playoffs, actually even had the number 1 rated defense. So I think Warriors were number 2 though. So I think we're seeing 2 of the top 3 defensive teams go off, and that's why nobody's really having an amazing series because the defense is so good on both ends.
Except Game 5 with fucking Curry, but yeah.
But
whatever, we can overlook that.
Speaking with the Warriors really quick before we move on to Game 6 predictions, shout out Gary Payton, 15 points. I think that's a very underrated 15 points.
He is so soft. Holy. I gained a dislike for him and for Jordan Poole. I was going off in the chat. They are so soft, bro. They're getting fouls called. Bro, the refs, they've slight favoritism towards them too. Who was it? Gary Payton that tripped, bro, off of Grant Williams' hip. You shouldn't be running like that for your leg to hit somebody's hip and then trip yourself. Who was it? It was also freaking Payton when he got fouled by Brown. Jordan Poole didn't even get touched and he got a free throw. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the officiating has been decent. It really just. I like a lot how. No, go for it.
Oh, Scott Foster. That's whenever the Celtics get favored is when Scott Foster's reffing. But
is he officiating tonight?
He is not, unfortunately.
Tough shit.
Cool. Actually, not unfortunately. I want the Warriors.
No, Warriors are not winning today. We'll get into that right now. What the fuck was I going to say? I like the officiating calls because I feel like more this year than any other year I've noticed, they're doing a lot of foul before the act of shooting. Before, they would just give free throws. They've been doing a lot better of not giving Curry those 3 free throws, not giving Clay those 3 free throws. Because they're not. They get fouled and that's not a shooting motion. That's fishing for something that's been given to you for so many seasons that shouldn't be. That's not how the play should be, which it's not now, which is great. I really do like that a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a great point.
They definitely have to check fouls more because they're not being touched. I think it's stupid that you have to burn a challenge on somebody that is literally zero contact, and just because it looks contact and they yell and they miss the shot, you give it to them. That's not fair.
Yeah, I agree. That's all I mean, what you said, I just ask for fair officiating. Like, if it's a foul, genuinely call it. But if it's not, like, let them play. Like, don't... Yeah. Nobody's ever going to ref a perfect game. Like,
and if you missed a foul on one team, don't go and miss the foul on the other team because you didn't call it here. Like, it's still a foul. Call it how it is. Maybe the other team will get mad because it's not fair. But the next time, do fucking better both ways and don't keep fucking both teams over. Because then you're just going to let the game go by with no fouls, and then the game's just going to turn into chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same in every sport, obviously. Like, the refs can, like, dictate the outcome of a game, and you really hope...
Yeah, don't let it.
Yeah, exactly. Just try your best as a referee to just call a fair game, and, like, if you're on the books, like, betting on it, like, it's obvious. So, like, just... like, just call a fair game. It's not that hard. But, so going into Game 6, any thoughts on Celtics? So Celtics are at home.
Like predictions?
Yeah.
Like 105-99, hopefully.
That's a good one.
I think it'll be a close game, but Boston edges out, forces Game 7.
I'm really, really close to my Warriors in 6 prediction being correct. So I'm going to go Golden State, and I'm going to go 102 to 98. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. But also, shout out me. I'm going to give myself some flowers for a second. Game, I think it was Game 4.
Last game.
Game 4, I said Warriors would score 107. They scored 107. Game 5, I said they'd score 105. They scored 104. So I'm tuned in to like.
And now you said what? 102.
102-98 because I think it's going to be a little more defensive.
I think regardless of what happens, the Celtics had a great season. The only thing I don't want to see is a repetition of the Mavs versus the Suns. I do not want to see just a blowout and just a shitty ceremony in Boston. Like, if you're going to go down like by 2 points, by 3 points. Make it a close game. Don't piss me off. No blowouts, please. Also, are we done talking predictions for this game, or do you want to talk them a little bit more? Because if you're done, I'd like to get into Underdog.
Yeah, just real quick. So one thing for both teams, obviously, if you're the Celtics, like, please just, like, move the ball. Like, I just move the ball. It's really not that hard.
Not dumb either. Not dumb. Not when there's a guy literally on the other side of him. It's a lot of dumb turnovers. They tried throwing it from the top of the key to the corner, opposite corner, like handoffs that are poorly aimed. Like, bro, you should not be. Your pass accuracy for 5 feet should not be terrible.
Yeah, and then for the Warriors, my thing is stay disciplined in the first quarter. Try not to let foul trouble like dictate like your first half again. And eventually, like, because if the game gets dicey and a lot of your players in foul trouble, you definitely know like Brown and Tatum are going to go attack those players on screens and go hard. So like, try staying disciplined and obviously feed Wiggins. He's my Finals MVP. They won't give it to him, but he's Finals MVP in my heart.
Depends on how he plays tonight and Game 7.
If he doubles again, I'll get like a Wiggins. If he doubles and the Warriors win, I'll get like a Wiggins like T-shirt or something.
Oh, like, wow. You guys heard it here. He promised. He swore on everything that he would.
A double and a win.
Wow. There it is.
So, all right, getting into Underdog.
Shout out us.
Hey.
By the way, guys, Game 5, we were completely liable for the picks we chose. Completely. Obviously, me and Shaye each threw 500. Made a quick 10 bands. Had a great night to celebrate. And we're gonna be here doing it again, giving you guys free money. Underdog, sorry that we took some of your money. Please still sponsor us.
Yeah, like,
we still hate Prize Picks.
We'll make you a lot more money by promoting you, right?
Exactly. People will want to fade us, and then those suckers, their money will become yours.
So you'll just have to pay us, obviously. But hey, guys, come on! Like, everything hit. Like,
everything fucking hit.
We told you it was gonna hit, and it hit. So
And we're gonna do it again, just so you guys fucking can see that.
And just so that we're geniuses. And then if it does not hit, of course, we are not liable.
Not at all, in the slightest.
But we were liable last game, so. Yeah. So, Simon, anything you like?
Shaye, I'm looking at Curry, and I like his numbers.
I love
28.5 points, over under, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. So I think we can combine the two. We can combine multiple. I like those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Clay, 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. I'd rather bet on Wiggins. Wiggins, they moved his line from 9.5 rebounds and assists to 10.5, and he's still doing that. So I'd like to bet that one too.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, he had 13 rebounds alone last game.
Exactly. So I'm gonna do over on 10.5 rebounds and assists for Andrew Wiggins.
You read my mind, man. You read my mind. One more player from the Warriors. I like Steph's line, definitely. I don't feel like genuinely like comfortable with anybody else on the Warriors, if I'm being.
Yeah, I think Clay's 3.5 3-pointers is a little high.
Honestly, if you trust Otto Porter to splash 1-3, like if they find him in the corner.
I don't know.
But he didn't play a lot of minutes last game. Is my only concern. He only played 14 minutes.
How many rebounds has Looney been getting? His thing is 7.
How many rebounds has Looney been getting? 7, 11, and 4 past 3 games.
11 and 4.
Wiggins horsing. That's why his rebound numbers are down. But I don't know. Do you think this is a game where Steph closes it out and
goes off?
Goes off.
I'd rather bet. I don't know.
It's tough on the Warriors, y'all. Like it's.
What has he been averaging rebounds and assists? Let me check that real quick.
Past 3 games. So one game he had 4 and 2, so 6. One game he had 10 and 4, that was 14.
In his last 5 games, he's been averaging 5.8 and 4.6, which is 10.4. So technically, we should take his under on points. Or rebounds and assists, but his points. He's been averaging 30.6 points in his last 5, and his line is 28.5. So I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm good with just straight points, not to get, maybe adding the other stuff might get cute with it.
You think he scores over 29 points?
Yeah, because I doubt he goes 0 for 9 again. Because if you look at the other games, he scored 31 and then 43.
That's not good for the fucking Celtics, though. Yeah.
Well, either you're right or you're
over
happy.
On Curry. Celtics time. Jason Tatum. 0.5 blocks.
0.5 blocks. Does he get a block?
I would like to bet on Brown 3-pointers made. I don't know what you think.
Maybe.
Over 2.5.
Does he splash 3?
He splashed 3 in the first quarter last time.
Yeah. He's not going to go over 5 again. I like that one. Marcus Smart. He has a lot of lines.
Oh, wow. He actually does that.
4 rebounds,
5 points assists. I like.
20.5 rebounds and assists.
I like.
Honestly, that's not horrible.
No. Wait, where? Oh, points and rebounds?
Points and rebounds, not bad.
20.5, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I like that. Over?
Yeah.
I bet.
Because, I mean...
Versus time, or rivals.
And also, too, if you're really bitter, you can take the under on Derek White, just for everything.
Literally. Fuck.
But, this one's interesting. So we cannot do Curry, Wiggins, Brown, or Smart.
Curry.
Points, rebounds. Oh my God, they're giving plus 21.5 to Draymond over Tatum.
That's such a weird versus. You're supposed to make it at least like close.
No, but look, even Jalen Brown for points they're getting
16.5.
What does Draymond become?
That's such a random spread, bro.
You know,
if he averages, if he scores 6, Tatum has to score, or Brown has to score 22.
I'll be honest with you. You know which one I like? Jordan Poole points over Derek White.
I was just looking at that 2.5.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know.
I like it. My gut went to it immediately.
What if Derek White drops 20?
No, Derek White's not dropping 20. Stop it.
Hey, you heard it here, guys. If Derek White scores 20. But yeah, I'll rock with Poole. I'll ride Poole.
Pool party, baby. It's a pool party.
So what are our 5 picks, if you could review them for us, Shay?
Absolutely. And these 5 guaranteed to win picks, but we're not liable if they don't. At
all.
Not even remotely, so don't even try suing us.
Not even close, yeah.
But if we hit, then we get all the credit.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh my god, they just changed Wiggins. Like, literally as we speak.
No!
No way. Oh wait, no they didn't. Okay. It says like one of your picks changed. I'm like, okay. Anyway, they scared me for a second. Underdog, stop it. So right now we have Stephen Curry over 28.5 points. If he's like that, he will drop 30 in an elimination game. Andrew Wiggins over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He's been a dog. That's like the one I have the most faith in, obviously.
Literally.
Jalen Brown. Huh?
Yeah, that and the Brown one are the 2 I have the most faith in.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Jalen Brown, 2.5 3-pointers made. Marcus Smart, 20.5 points and rebounds. And Jordan Poole having 3 more points than Derek White.
Which hopefully he does have, obviously. So we can cash out again. Obviously, we can only bet the max. It's another 500. We have it like that, so we're obviously going to make another 10 racks. It's
obviously an infinite money glitch.
Yeah.
So, honestly, if you listen to this podcast long enough, you're going to end up a billionaire, like Bron.
Shay time travels, so he already knows the score. He just has to pretend like he doesn't.
Yeah, obviously. But if the FBI is like watching me, like I totally don't do that.
He doesn't. So. He doesn't time travel. We're just joking. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. So yeah, those are our picks. If you really just want to do 2, obviously the 5's pretty wild. If you want that times 20, but if you're feeling modest, if you're new,
if you're a pussy and only want times 3, go for Wiggins and Jalen Brown over on 10.5 rebounds and assists, 2.5 3-pointers made for Brown.
Yeah, obviously.
If you're pussy and hate money and just want to make nothing.
But if you want to drop 500 and make 1,500, do Wiggins and Brown.
Yeah.
But if you obviously want like 10 grand, like do the times 20. So.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that wraps it up. No.
That does in fact wrap it up. So.
Cool.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back later this week. Obviously. If the Warriors win, you'll see a very happy
today?
me. Today's Thursday.
Thursday. So if there is a Game 7, they would play on Sunday.
Yeah.
Perfect for the Sunday pod. All right, Bub.
Yeah, cool. So, all right, guys. It's been a great episode. Obviously, follow us on Spotify. Hit that rated.
YouTube, subscribe.
YouTube, yeah, all of that. So rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Yes,
YouTube, obviously subscribe, but feel free to leave a comment. We want to hear from you.
Hate on us. Say some shit. Say some mean shit.
Yeah, we actually thrive off that energy. It actually keeps us humble. So
could appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Simon. Have a good one, man.
Thank you, man. You too.
Bye.